Today we're going to talk about a hot beverage that many of us can't even imagine our day without it. It is consumed by more than 85% of the world's adults, who drink about 2.25 billion cups of it every day, and its market net worth is so big that it is secondary only to the oil industry. Do you know which drink I'm talking about? You're probably guessing right. It is the coffee. And by the way, just a fun fact, coffee is not the world's most popular drink, it is actually tea. So today I'm going to show you some cool coffee shops that I like. We will drink all kinds of coffee beverages, and of course we'll talk about the historical origins of this magical drink.
A few moments later.
And who do I see here? This is the one and only Gilad. Hello there.
Hello, Michael Ray.
All good? Yeah, let's go. So I'm going right now with Gilad, which is right next to me, to a small coffee place called Felix. It is located in quite a major square. It's called Dizengoff Square, where you will find lots of restaurants and coffee places. And Gilad was a student in Bologna in Italy for a couple of years. So he got into a deeper level of understanding of the coffee making process. So we'll see what we can learn from him. See you soon. We just crossed through a small coffee shop. I'll show you. That's the place. And it's super old school. You can see it's the type of cookies and cakes that my mother used to buy when I was a small kid. Oh my goodness. This is nostalgic. So that's a nice coffee shop actually. It's like very old school. You have borekas here and all kinds of like fun, cool stuff. Let's get some coffee. ניקח Americano? You can see that the coffee, this sign, means that it's kosher. In Israel, almost on every product, you'll see a sign that claims if the product is kosher or not. Most of them are. Okay, so, Americano. אחד, כן.
מאיפה המציאו את השם אמריקנו?
מאיפה המציאו את האמריקנו? מאמריקה?
לא.
לא? אז מאיפה? יאללה, ספר לנו.
כשהאמריקאים כבשו את איטליה,
אוקיי.
החיילים ביקשו אספרסו. האספרסו היה חזק, הם אמרו עוד ווטר, נהיה אמריקנו.
וואלה. הנה, למדנו משהו. בוא נראה איך תעשה את הקפה. And you can see... שליש?
קפה,
שליש קפה, אוקיי. Only third coffee.
עוד ווטר.
And then the rest with water.
This אמריקנו.
And that's the Americano. And to that we're gonna add some cold milk. And here we have the Americano in Israel.
תודה רבה. אז אם ככה, אז אני מזמין אותך. לא תשלם, כן. I pay coffee, good gentleman.
תודה.
One eternity later.
On the way to Felix, I want to tell you the story about how the coffee was discovered, pretty much by accident. According to the legend, it all started in the 9th century when an Ethiopian shepherd called Chaldi noticed a strange phenomena while walking his herd of goats. He realized that his goats started to behave very strangely and even began to dance every time that they ate from a mysterious red fruit that they found on the way. He decided to take some samples of the red fruit and to show them to the chief monk at the local monastery. After listening carefully to Khaldi's strange story, the chief monk got a bit terrified. He claimed that the fruits are devilish, threw them into the fireplace, and left the room. Surprisingly, few moments later, the so-called devilish fruits started to roast in the fire, and a wonderful aromatic scent spread all over the room. Luckily, another monk who smelled the aroma and heard the stories wanted to try and taste some of the forbidden magical fruit. So he took some of the roasted coffee beans from the fireplace, mixed them with some hot water, and that, ladies and gentlemen, was the first coffee cup ever consumed in the history of mankind.
And we found Cafelix, which is on King Solomon Street. I'm after Gilad. He actually told me about the place. It's supposed to be like super professional. We'll discover more inside. I've never been here before, but we'll see in a second. So right now we are in Cafelix, and something really amazing that Gilad showed me is the cups that you can see right behind it. If you take a good look on the cups, you'll see that next to each one there is a name, and that's the name of the owner of the cup. So people come here, bring their own cups from their house, and they can get the coffee inside the cup that they're like. So that's quite amazing. So here's Gilad is ordering now the coffee.
So let me tell you a little tip about how you should drink an espresso. When we drink an espresso, we never drink it in paper cup, because when you drink it in a paper cup, we feel the smell of the paper and it ruins the aroma. Another important thing is always before drinking an espresso, drink some still water to clean your mouth from previous things you ate or drank, and only then drink your coffee.
Do it. Smells good. Now let's go for the taste.
Sour, right?
This is sour, and it's definitely unusual for me at least. Wow, it's harsh, it's strong, it's dominant.
The coffee beans here are treated differently than what people are used to in regular coffee shops, in regular bars, and it's a new experience for people who never tasted it before.
Ooh la la. Check out who's coming with special treats. So what do we have here?
It's called brewed coffee. It's made differently than an espresso, without any pressure. The coffee drips through a paper filter, and it creates a different kind of coffee, less dense, with more taste, less aftertaste, and it's really nice to drink it in the morning when you start your day, because it doesn't leave you with like the heavy taste of an espresso.
So he gave me the espresso to suffer from, and he got himself the good one. I was asking Gilad what's the origins of the word espresso, and he told me that he thinks that it comes from the word express, meaning fast, because you drink it fast. And I said, it's not about like press, because the way that you make the coffee grains, so you press them in the filter. So we checked online, and apparently we're both right. Cool fact. After we had the espresso, let's talk a little bit about how it's prepared. So espresso is being made by a machine, the espresso machine, which is the most modern and elaborate method of making the coffee. The machine was invented in France in 1922 and was developed further in 1938. In order to make the espresso, the barista will compress a portion of ground coffee into a small filter that will be attached to the machine. Then the barista will run some steam or boiling water through the ground coffee, and this process will result a strong aromatic coffee extract covered in a layer of foam called crema. This extract is the espresso that you can drink as is, or you can use it as a base for other beverages such as cappuccino, that we'll drink later, and many more different types of beverages. So we're on the way now to another coffee place that is called The Little Prince. I'm here with a good friend of mine, Joshua. And we're on the way now to another coffee place that is called Anasich HaKatan in Hebrew, which is The Little Prince.